everyone.
We're only 9 minutes late.
It's a good number, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, you guys. This is actually, I was going to jump right in because I really want to hear about this topic today. But we do have a few things to tell everybody.
Right.
And let's start off with, well, do you have anything to share from the week or any commercials or anything you wanted to say?
No.
Okay.
Everything we ever talked about.
Okay. So we want to tell everybody that now that we have the podcast, last week we brought up some of the birthmark questions. So Vera answered some of the birthmark questions in our podcast. So it was Nana Rose and it was, I believe, Jamie Miller.
Oh, yeah, I just see Nana and Jamie.
Yeah, so for those viewers, just go to our website. It's on the home page right there. And for everyone to check out, the content in our latest podcast, we'll always have it posted on our website. So we're updating our website with new material that you can check out. And that's at soulsenlightenment.com. And what else? Next week is our Evening with Angus.
That's right.
And should we tell them about our big
Go
surprise?
ahead.
Okay, you guys,
it's
super
exciting.
Cool. This upcoming week, we're going to be revealing my latest artwork, which is Angus. I've been working on it for a while, had some different things I wanted to change up, so kind of it's going to be great timing.
Yes.
So we just wanted to tell you about that. So it's going to be a big art reveal next Saturday.
There you go. And then we'll show you guys next Saturday.
Yeah, this upcoming week. Exactly.
I was going to say the following week, but it would be that week.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Vera, are you ready?
Yeah.
To talk about, okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, everybody knows, most everybody knows about what happened this week with
It's Sylvia's.
Kobe. Yeah, isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
I love that top. With Kobe and his daughter, there was the helicopter crash, and 9 people altogether passed away.
And we can't forget them. I know
Yeah.
Kobe was the most popular, but I mean, there was 9 souls.
Right.
So can't forget those people either.
Yeah. But you wanted to do a past life reading on them today.
Yeah, well, somebody asked, I can't remember who it was, but actually there were several people, but I think the first person that asked was, if I'm not mistaken, well, I got it wrong last time, Black China. I'm so sorry. Black China?
Black Beauty.
Black Beauty. God bless America. There's so many names. Fair Just.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So.
Whoops.
I'm sorry. It's just, I'm thinking about.
There's so much energy in this room right now, huh, Vera? You can just feel it. We have so many angels that are crowded in. Isn't that cool? Angus has told us that before, is that even though it's just a small room, so many angels pile in.
That's good. That's what we're gonna use as an excuse.
Okay.
Okay. So, what I picked up, and this past life that I picked up is more, is right before this life. So it was the past life they had before their current life.
Okay, so this is the past life for Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Giana.
Yeah, they had a past life in the Negro League, the baseball Negro League, and Kobe was like really an excellent player. Excuse me. I believe he started like as a catcher or something, but then became a coach, and that's like where he thrived because he was really good, and he got his teams into championships.
So he was the coach.
He was the coach. Well, he played first, but then it evolved into coaching, and that was his love in that past life. I'm not sure he liked it in this life, but I have a feeling he loved coaching her because she was on his team, and she was a pitcher, and she like threw a serious what do they call it?
Fastball,
Curveball. I think it's curveball. The ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was amazing. Male in that life. She was male in that life. So that's why she wanted to come in as female in this life. Because she was going to come in as a boy.
Are you serious?
And the last minute she changed her mind.
That's interesting, you guys, because if I'm not mistaken, he had all girls, right? Didn't he have like 4 girls or something?
And he was comfortable with that.
He
loved being a girl dad.
Yeah.
But his wife wanted a boy.
Wanted a boy, and she was gonna be a boy, but changed at the last minute.
Changed at the last minute.
Okay, I might be mistaken, but I could have sworn that I had seen that he was convinced that his daughter was gonna bring back the popularity.
That was
with
the plan.
The women's NBA, right? Mm-hmm. Wasn't that correct?
Because oh my God, you guys, she was amazing. And she was like, she was a coach's dream. I get chills with it. She was a coach's dream.
You mean in this life?
In this life. Well, in the past life too.
So I mean, same athletic talent.
Clicked. You know, in that Negro League Past Life, I mean, they didn't even have to say anything to each other. He would just look at her and she knew what to do.
Wow.
He didn't have to do, those signal things.
So they were like this.
They were like, definitely. And I believe in this life too.
I bet.
I mean, I didn't see that much of them together, but
that's so neat.
You just can feel their connection. So
that's interesting, isn't it? Because she decided to be a girl in this life to elevate the female athletes in the basketball.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if she would have come in as a boy, she would have been excellent.
Yeah,
it was to bring up.
Because I believe it was on Jimmy Kimmel, and he was Kobe was the guest, and Jimmy Kimmel said, "You have to have a boy. You have to have a boy to carry on your prowess in the basketball.
Nice.
And he goes, and then Jimmy goes, but that would be a lot of pressure on him. And then he said that somebody else had said that in front of Giana when they were interviewing him, but I guess she was there or something, and she goes, "What about me?" And he was like, "Yeah, what about her?" So that's
I like that.
Yeah, I believe that's how it went. Don't quote me, but it was something like where he championed her. It's like, I don't need a boy, I have her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's it. I mean, but they just had this amazing connection, in the past life plus this life as well. Not that he didn't with all his daughters.
Right.
But this one they had yes, it was their time to go.
Yeah, so that's the thing. We were just talking about right before we went live that we chart exit points. We chart all the exit points. It used to be that we would come in with 5 exit points, and that was in our life chart. We could choose which one we wanted to take according to if we felt that we achieved what we wanted to achieve. And so you were saying that this was
an exit point. Yeah.
An exit point, and they decided to take it.
Yeah.
So,
well, all of them did.
Yes, exactly. Everyone on that helicopter that got on that day, on a soul level, knew that it was that was their decision. That they had done everything that they.
Because, like we've said in charts, you can chart they charted to have this accident, but it didn't have to be as horrific as it was, where they would have survived, or some of them would have survived, the ones that wanted to stay, that kind of thing. But yeah, it was like everyone was ready to go, and it's hard to hear when we're in life because it's like, what do you mean? She was only 13 something.
I believe.
I can't remember.
But that's the thing. It's like, because I think about, if it was me, I would be devastated. And it helps the philosophy that we've learned and that we share and that so many of you know is that, it helps, but it's still hard because of our grief. Because
we're here.
Yeah.
They're okay on the other side.
Exactly. It's a perfect environment. And when we go, it's like going home to God's love. I mean, we've heard about that tunnel of light that we go through, and when we get home, we're greeted by our loved ones. next, we're greeted by Mother God. Isn't that amazing? That's one of the things that Angus was telling us through Vera, that on the other side, that she's there, and I think she kisses us on the top of her head. So she welcomes us home. How amazing is
job
that?
well done, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they're not suffering, but we're the ones. But anyway, so after we do that, then we get reoriented back to the other side. We can even visit our own funeral.
And a lot of times people do. Or they don't leave until the funeral's over, kind of thing.
Yeah, so we can visit our own funeral, or we can go to a scanning machine to review our life, or we're with our spirit guide or angel, and we can even go visit our loved ones before. And then this is all a part of reorientation, but it's like a celebration. Going home is like a graduation. It's a joyful, happy thing. It's just
for them,
but we're on an emotional plane, and that's the hard part, is surviving our loved ones and dealing with, because we miss them. It just takes a while, because that grief, it's almost like, what it reminds me of, Vera, like a cloud that blocks us from getting the messages.
That's it, yeah. Because we can't help it. We're human. I mean, that, it's one thing to lose a loved one, but to lose a child, I don't even want to know what that's like. It's, you just know that you're going to be the first one to go, not them. So it's even more impactful. And then she has a little baby. They just had a baby, so that has to be challenging as well. But
I think it helps eventually to know that we do chart our exit points, and that we fulfilled everything that we came here. When we take our exit, we fulfilled everything that we came here to experience.
But his wife is going to keep that going with the women athletes in their name. Yeah.
See, because it's like, that's what leads me to think that maybe that's one of the aspects about why they were so well known, and he was so well known, that to elevate that aspect of what they were doing and how excited he was, and for her, you know what I mean? To kind of like elevate that. And it sounds like what you were just saying, that she's going to be carrying that on for them. Yeah. So that was a big part of their chart that they wanted to do. So that's fascinating. So in that past life, how far did they go with it?
Well, championships. I mean, he took them to, when he first started coaching that team, he took them to the championship, and I think they had it like 4 or 5 years in a row until he wasn't the coach anymore.
Wow.
Kind of thing. The only sad thing is, like, in that past life, a lot of the Negro they called them Negro players, but the black players back then, they were destitute after. They didn't have, their whole life was baseball.
Right.
And they didn't get the monies that, the other players got to have in the major leagues. So they had to do jobs plus play, and they were kind of left with nothing. So I think the one for Kobe, because a lot of the markers they don't have gravestones, how do you say it, or a marker of who they are. They're just,
Wow.
So I think somebody that really, it's somebody now that's taken time to get money put together to give them gravestones, the ones that didn't have one.
Really?
Yeah. To honor them that way.
You know what's interesting? Okay, I just gotta say, this is really interesting, because if you think about it, if we all think about it, what you're saying about their past life is they didn't have a lot of money.
No.
But in this life, they did. And in that life, they went far. In this life, she was starting to, right. But it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's like, we experience something in this life, but maybe we didn't get to experience it as much as we wanted to in this way, or we wanted to experience what that felt like. So it was like the money, not so much in that life. In this life, it's like they were able to fulfill that and have that in this time. So it's just a great example of balancing of, experience.
And then they had that situation back then with the Negro League instead of, and this is kind of, well, I'm not trying to compare, but the way I figured out in my brain is that women are in kind of the same situation because they're not getting the money either.
My God.
You know what I mean?
You brilliant woman, you.
Well, I don't know.
It makes perfect
fair,
sense.
But, yeah.
But that makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, so they're trying to fix that.
Right. That's true. That is true, is to bring that up for women. That is really amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing, you guys? It's like, it's so intricate. And maybe at face value, we don't see it, but if we look but if we look into it, it's like, and that's where that insight, it's like, that's amazing to see that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow. So what do we got now? Can I ask you a question real quick? Was Vanessa, Kobe's wife, and Giana's mom, was she in that life?
No.
Vanessa,
no, but he's had past lives with all of them.
Has he?
All the girls and his wife, and but more with Giana. Yeah, they just have this thing, and they hang out on the other side. They're very close.
That's really neat, though. That was their mission that they fulfilled, and they were done. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Yeah, balance of experience.
Yeah, Deborah, I'm sorry. That is like something that's, I don't know if people can ever get over that. I mean, life goes on, but still, that's always there with you.
Yeah. That's true. I remember Angus was describing a lifetime where he had lost his wife in the life, and he said he had never gotten over it, but we do the best we can, we carry on. And that's another thing I'm glad you said that.
I'm sorry, it's just different with a child. It just is. I mean, it's not any, the pain is there, but when you're a child, it's just like, no, it's just like, that's not the way it's supposed to go, And I feel for Vanessa. It's like to lose, not only your husband, but your child. It's just, oh my gosh. Prayers, you know.
What was I going to tell you? Oh, anyway, I was just going to say that's the thing, though, that helps, I think, maybe in some small way, is that they want us to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
They want us to go on and be happy. And I agree. I can't imagine losing a child. That's what everybody that has lost a child says, that it's not supposed to be that way. But it's amazing, isn't it? Because we are, even though if we're a child, when we do go home, we're a evolved soul that's had many lifetimes, and that's our extra point when we decide to go, for reasons sometimes we don't know at the time.
In our philosophy too, because we think about the human part of it when they were going down and how scared they must have been. But if there's no more perfecting to do, and that's the end, you're out of your body before that helicopter hit. You're already on the other side.
It's amazing.
Yeah, unless, there's that's a general. Some people want to stay in and feel everything, But if you've done everything just like they did, and they're ready to go, they're out before anything happens. So so take respite in that they didn't have to feel that, that fear and all that stuff. Because it was actually, I know it sounds weird to say, but it was beautiful the way that they, I don't want to talk about it, I'm going to start crying.
Went through the tunnel together?
Well, that, they all did. They were all holding hands when they went through the tunnel. But I'm just saying that, like, right before, when they knew, it was just, they were just hugging each other.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's so powerful and so beautiful. Oh, that's really touching.
Left together, yeah.
Wow, isn't that amazing? Yeah, we've heard that before, that our angels can actually take us out of our body, even though our body is still there. It's almost like, it reminds me of almost like bilocating, like we're coming out of our body.
Well, we're not souls above the body, so it's just...
Yeah, exactly.
This is just a vessel.
We've heard that before in plane crashes that happen. We've heard before that people have seen Jesus at the front of the plane saying, "Come with me."
Yeah.
And everybody, even though their bodies, their physical bodies are there,
still there,
their spirits have got up and they're following Jesus into the light. It's beautiful. And we've heard that about even...
That's what their angels were doing that.
Yeah, we did a video on the ghost ship fires and the people that were there and how their angels got them out of their bodies before they were actually burned. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a powerful story. What am I missing?
Nothing. She was just saying it's a different normal. But, you have to keep moving. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to honor them by living your life and being happy.
Yeah.
But you have to go through the grief process.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Yeah, it's interesting because they can feel the vibration of what we're feeling. They don't want us to be in depression. I mean, they understand that we have the different phases that we have to go through. We don't want to keep it in. It's good to get it out and express what we're feeling. But they want us to come to a place where they're right there still with us. They're happy. They're on the other side. They're doing things, with things that we love to do in life, we do over there. So, and they're still with us, experiencing through us.
You know that man that was the coach? Giana had a girlfriend there and her parents, because they were on the same team. I think they were on the same team or they were on different teams, but they were friends. And they were on the helicopter. I keep saying plane. But he was in that Negro League too.
Really?
Yeah. And played with Kobe.
Wow.
Yeah, well, he was a player, yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, Vera.
Hi, Lindsay Lee.
Is there anything else
for a long time
that we wanted to tell everybody? That's really cool.
Yeah.
What a powerful.
I was going to do, you want me to do a birthmark later?
No, if you would like to share now.
Well, how long has it been? Because I don't want it to be...
It has been 21 minutes.
Oh, well, maybe we'll do a birthmark on another show. Because this is kind of long already.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then we'll do another video. Okay,
so
sounds
Kristen
good.
Epstein, I'll do yours today, but it'll be on a different video.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Everybody, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
What a beautiful story. I mean, really, it really is.
Just that connection. I just love that when people have that connection.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I like too how you connected about how that life and this life and the similarities and what they were doing. It's very cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We love all of you. Have a great week. And we'll see you next weekend on Evening with Angus Day.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.